Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is I Review Fishing Stuff, where I review fishing stuff. Today I am reviewing the Flambeau Tuff Tainers. These are the waterproof tackle packs that Flambeau makes, and I really like these. I am a bit of a cheapskate, unfortunately, and it has bit me in the past with you know, just buying cheaper tackle packs and then water gets in them, usually salt water. I do a lot of saltwater fishing, and I ruin a lot of expensive lures, because one thing about me is I will spend any amount of money on the lures, but I will be very cheap on the tackle boxes that hold them. And unfortunately, like I said, that has bit me. So this is something I have switched to over the years, and I really like them. And for four main reasons, I guess. I think the four things that I look for in these tackle boxes. One, just kind of how strong is this? And I can tell you, I've stepped on these, I've dropped them. You know, the plastic is thick, it holds up. Number two, important thing, is the actual handles. And what I like about these are pretty strong, heavy duty handles. You can see it's pretty loud. It is. But I've opened and closed these 100 times at least, and they've held up, and I'm a bit of an ogre. I've broken a lot of lesser tackle box handles, so I haven't broke any of these yet. So that's important. One thing to mention when I say I have stepped on these quite a few times. I'm 6'5", 260 pounds. So that's not a small load being applied to these tackle boxes. So they are pretty heavy duty, they do hold up. So the third important thing is the fact that it's waterproof. So like I said, you don't want to ruin all your expensive fishing lures or terminal tackle or whatever you're keeping in this. You want it to be waterproof. So I am going to throw this in the aquarium. I am going to push it under. I'm going to do all these things and kind of test that out right after this. So definitely watch that. And number four, and this goes along with kind of number three, is you want it to be buoyant, right? So when it does drop over, you don't want it to sink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a good amount of weight into these, and then put some kind of napkins in it, some paper towels, whatever, and I'm going to float it, and then I'm going to push it under. So we're going to get to see, one, does it withstand the weight of quite a bit of weight that I'm going to put in it, and two, will it stay waterproof? So here we go. Let's do that. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm putting some of my larger lures in here just to give it a good amount of weight. Put a pretty heavy jig head. What else I got? What else do I have? All right. That's like a 3/4 ounce jig head. That'll add some weight. What else? What else can we throw at this guy? Okay. Yeah. Let's do some 1/4 ounce. So we've got a few ounces of weights here. We're just going to throw that in. Now, this is highly scientific. I'm using toilet paper, right? I just want an indication of how dry things go or how wet things go. So I'm just putting some toilet paper in amongst everything. And then I'm going to basically let this float over the aquarium. Does it float? Does it sink? Hopefully it's going to float. First test, I want to see if it floats. It should float. Second test, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dunk it. And ideally, when I pull this back out, this toilet paper is still going to be dry. So I'm going to dry off the outside with a towel, then I'm going to open it up. It should be dry. That is the idea. Let's go see if that works. All right, I know this isn't highly scientific, but it should work, right? I'm going to let this float. I'm going to give it a second. The box is buoyant. It's going to float, Like there's a limit to it, I'm sure, but with a reasonable amount of tackle in there, it floats. Now I'm going to dunk it. I'm going to dry it off. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to see if the toilet paper is wet. So let me dunk it. All right, let's go. Nice thing is I don't see any air bubbles coming up, or I don't see many. Some of it's just what was trapped under it. Okay. One, nice, it floats. Let's go do the big reveal. I'm gonna dry this off. I'm gonna meet you back over at the workbench. I wanna open it up. Just wanna see. That toilet paper is dry. That's what I like to see. So, the reason I like this is, obviously this is why I'm buying this. for dry toilet paper, but mostly for dry lures. I mean, just to look at this box right now, this is $12 lure, $10 lure, $10 lure. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I love these. They're tough. The handles are tough. They're buoyant and they're waterproof. So those are the 4 things I look for in these tackle boxes. These Flambeau Tuff Tainers, they're hard to say, but they're really good products. And like I said, I have them in every size imaginable. And you know, talk about expensive tackle and trying to protect it. I don't know how many. That's probably a couple $100, maybe a few $100 in lures in this tackle box alone. I don't want them to rust. I don't want them to be something I throw away. So, you know, these things hold up. I highly recommend them. I think you'll like them. All right, everyone, like always, I will list all the products down below. So if you want to go check those out, definitely do that. Also in the comments, please let me know if there's products that you're hearing about and you want to see kind of put to the test. Now, I'm thinking about, or I'm strongly thinking about taking the channel kind of onto the water a little bit more and actually testing different lures, different things like that on the water and actually putting them through the paces, right? I mean, so using a lure and fishing it all day. Definitely leave that in the comments if you're hearing about something and you want to see me test it, you know, before you go and spend all the money on it. I'll do it. I'll bite the bullet, I'll buy the lure and I'll go test it. And I'll see how it works and kind of give you my pros and cons if you're interested. Definitely willing to do that, so leave that in the comments. All right, everyone, I hope you found this video useful. Please go ahead and hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. All right, guys, I really appreciate you. I'll see ya.